the flaps landing.
Full power, still?
No, flaps landing stall. Okay. And takeoff flaps. Okay, my controls.
Your controls.
Now, I will again demonstrate a power on stall, which you saw previously. Do we have any clouds? None at all. Let's just face away from the sun then. Let's say in a direction something like this. Okay. So, make sure everything's trimmed. It is, good. Carb key on. Throttle to about 15.
Report completed.
Start pitching up and throttle. And now it's gonna buff it. And here's a full stall, so nose down, unstall the airplane and quickly recover and pitch up to basically go into climbing again. This time at normal speeds. Okay? Your control.
My control.
Let's turn back a little bit back to the zone because this is the very edge of the zone. This is a little bit more than the this is actually outside our limit. So we'll head back into the sun for a while and then we'll turn back. You cannot really do this exercise looking at the sun.
That direction now?
Well, if you think that the sun won't bother you, you can do it in that direction too.
Towards the other.
Reduce throttle if you're going down. And pitch up. Pitch up, pitch up, and add throttle. Okay, my controls.
Your controls.
So, you quite a stall there, right?
Yeah.
So basically, did you notice nose moving rapidly to the left?
Uncoordinated.
Yes, that's why you had a slightly more violent stall. I mean, wing drop. Okay.
The Dart Tower, 3 Juliet Charlie 95 Yankee, fully established, 8 miles, 14.
Your controls. And let's try it again.
6 Juliet Charlie 95 Yankee, Southern Tower double down, clear to land runway 14, 270 degrees, 11 knots. Little land runway 14, 3 Juliet Charlie 95 Yankee.
nose down. Reduce power. So we don't need such a violent stall. Just, make it a full stall and that's it. My controls.
Your controls.
So let's go into a climb and let's turn left. So the point is, sure, okay, we can have a deep stall like that, but now try to practice recovering at the very point you think you're stalling, okay?
So a little bit earlier.
Yeah. Also, during the pitch up, you initially don't add enough right rudder, so as soon as you do that, you start moving to the left. Did you notice that?
After the stall, you mean? Pitching up.
No, once you start adding power.
Oh, yeah.
Once you start adding power, that's when you went to the left, yeah. Okay.
1017.
Your controls.
My controls.
Швинчимо.
Keep looking to the left. And at the first point of stall, recover. Don't pitch up anymore. That's it. That's we're practicing that instinct, Good.
X-ray Juliet Charlie 95 Yankee vacate runway DN to the right for the marshal to the exit. Yeah, right.
Okay, my controls.
Your controls.
Now, let's see a turning stall. And we'll see just basically how this airplane performs in such a situation. Let's climb back to our altitude. Let's climb a little bit higher so we can afford to lose some altitude. And you can do a Freda while I'm doing that.
Fuel is okay. Radios are working.
And we are on proper frequency, yeah?
Yep. Engine's green. Direction is okay. And altitude is good.
Okay, so I'm gonna slow it down in level flight. Carb heat. 15 takeoff flaps. Landing flaps. And as if I want to go into a turn, but I pull up too much, and this is a stall basically. Not much happens, right?
Yep.
To unstall, full nose down, maintain coordination, high power, and that's it. So not much happens if you remain coordinated. And this airplane by itself will want to my control still. But the airplane won't do much even if you don't apply wrong controls. Again, not all airplanes behave that way though. The point I wish to demonstrate is, let's practice recovering on the first sign of the stall in the turn, okay? So it will be something like this. Slow down horizontally. Takeoff flaps. Landing flaps. I start to tighten the turn and I hear the stall horn, nose down, full power, coordinatedly level the wings and, let's just put the nose where it should be, right? So that can happen if you're looking too much to the runway or you're distracted with some emergency or something. So that's why, even if you're not looking there, immediately look forward, recover the airplane and do everything right. I will also now demonstrate, before you get to practice it, I will demonstrate a slip and skid in a turn in such a situation. And you will see then that it does want to wing drop. So I enter a turn, and you will see if I add inside rudder, how the rate increases, but how it wants to wing drop to that side, right? And I will do it now, but with a slip, so you will see a wing drop basically in the opposite direction. Let's climb back to 2,700. Get more climb performance if I'm doing it straight. And if I'm slipping like this into the inside of the turn, then my other wing should basically drop. But you can see how this is almost a stabilizing situation. This is almost that's why a slip is less dangerous, but still, you still want to fly coordinated. It basically wants to level the wings by itself if you're having a slip situation. But skid situations are much more common and much more dangerous. Let's climb to 2,700 feet, and then you can practice recovering at the stall symptoms in a turn, okay? Ready to take over?
Yep.
Your controls, and let's climb to 2,700.
Turn should be at idle or at what?
Put it to idle, yeah. Carb gear on and throttle to idle. Now enter a turn and try to keep it level. Okay, that's it. Stall horn. Carb gear off. And clean the flaps also. Way off our zone. Let's return to Whiskey 2. You can descend to 2,500 feet for some more power on stalls. Now we'll also practice recovering on buffeting. Head straight for Whiskey 2 there. Let's head straight for Whiskey 2.
I thought we would turn away from this.
Well, we'll turn once we get there. Got our time. That yacht there is in top 15, the largest ones. Has a helicopter on board. Okay, you can do it in this direction, but this time try to maintain coordination, and let's try recovering on buffeting. So even before a stall, okay? That's it. Okay, good. You can select 65%. And let's head back. Basically, you can turn the fuel pump off. I'll communicate. Night off, Papa Alpha Alpha, Whiskey to 2,500 feet, mission completed for engine failure limitation and landing.
Papa Alpha Alpha, Roger, expect engine failure limitation, runway 32.
Roger, engine failure limitation, runway 32, night off, Papa Alpha Alpha.
Alpha Alpha, correct, join left base, runway 32.
To join left base 329 off Papa Alpha Alpha. So, left base, that's similar to left down runway 22, just a little bit closer, right?
Right round.
Yeah, you can always help yourself by looking basically at this. Okay, runway 32 is that one, so you can immediately see, and okay, I need to join like this, yes. And I will take over once we are close to the runway. You can aim straight for the left base.
Okay, it's okay to fly over the runway.
Yeah, definitely. You can aim like this. This is good. And then off Papa Alpha Alpha, request descent to 2,000 feet.
1000, confirmed.
2,000 feet, Alpha.
Roger, descend to 2000 feet.
Descending to 2,000 feet, then off Papa Alpha Alpha. Let's descend to 2,000, 2,000. That's approximately 1,700 AGL. So, good enough. You're really not in the mood to use the carb heat today. You're in luck because it's a dry day and this engine will almost never ice over, but still, it's good to have a habit.
That's something I need to write down because in the morning I think it is.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, let's slowly turn left.
Radio check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3.
Maintain level flight.
Okay?
Oh, you can increase back to 65%. Our normal cruise setting. Oh, more RPMs. Okay, my controls.
Your control.
That Papa Alpha Alpha, left base 32, 2000 feet.
Papa Alpha Alpha, clear for limitation, runway 32, 290 degrees, 10 knots.
Clear for limitation 329 off Papa Alpha. Okay, so I will head towards the threshold of runway 32, and I will do an engine failure limitation to the left, simulating as if I was sitting on the left. Otherwise, technically, it would be easier for me to do it to the right. And during the this is right. You also have to remember to turn it off.
But the 20. Oh, it's 25.
Well, once you return.
I thought it was quite low. Yeah.
So during when I reduce throttle and all, I will slow it down to 70 pop takeoff flaps. My attention management will be looking where the runway is, where I am, and maintaining the glide. And I will also do the engine failure restart, basically, checklist and procedure. Okay, carb kit on, throttle moved it to idle. Okay, so I have an engine failure. So I set it, basically first thing, secure airspeed, aviate, takeoff flaps, navigate. So I'm looking where I am. Okay, I'm over the runway, so I'll land on the runway. Now I'm trying to restart the engine. I would go full forward on both of these. Now I'm just gonna go on RPMs. Carb kit on, choke off. Okay, fuel, I checked that it's open. Ignition to both, and I will turn the fuel pump and landing lights on. Ah, that didn't help me. 9 Alpha Papa Alpha Alpha, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Actually, Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. 9 Alpha Papa Alpha Alpha. Engine failure, currently overhead runway, will land on runway. So now I'm doing the, basically heading some distance away from the runway. And I keep checking where it is, so I know how much to get away from it. I'm checking where the winds are coming from. I can see basically the wind from the tractor there. You know, you use everything. You use the clouds, everything basically. The shadows of the clouds. Okay. I'm doing a short downwind now. Checking where the runway is. Gonna start turning to the left slowly. I'm sort of at my low key point, so I see that I'm just slightly high, but it's better to be slightly high than slightly below. By the way, this is 100 meters long, this terrain here. Okay, approach is clear, runway is clear.
Looks quite small.
So you need double and better triple times that. 9 Alpha Papa Alpha Alpha, turning final 3-2, full stop.
Alpha Alpha, best land for full stop, 290 degrees, 9 knots after landing backtrack.
Clear to line 3-2 after landing backtrack, 9 Alpha Papa Alpha Alpha. And the final key for me is landing flaps, and I'll pop that soon enough. Right now. When I'm sure that I'm landing, basically. And you will see just how much we will float. See, we floated quite a lot, right?
Yep.
Even with landing flaps. Okay. No controls?
Controls.
Once you're slow and stable, you can just do carb kit and flaps up. And now you can finish with the rest of the items if you can maintain direction at the same time.